If your finances are on solid footing and you're approaching retirement, what's the right Social Security claiming strategy for that situation? Okay, I've got that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, so financially, as you're approaching retirement, what if you've done that 5-factor retirement plan and your confidence rate is great, that you are on track to retire? In fact, you might even be even more stable than you need to be. Your confidence rate is even higher than it needs to be. You've sacrificed too much. We would all love to be in that situation with a boatload of memories as well, so that we didn't cut the wrong things out, but we can solidly step away from that paycheck into retirement. If that's you, I hope it is. And likely you've been working with the CFP all along. But if that's you, what's the right way to claim Social Security? What's the right Social Security strategy if you've got a solid and stable financial situation? Most people turn on their Social Security immediately, okay? By far. The typical way people claim is not thinking about it. As soon as they retire, they turn on Social Security. Now, I think this is because primarily two reasons. There's more, but primarily two reasons. Number one, people have been paying into the system for so long, as soon as they retire, they say, time to pay up. I've been paying into you for so long, time for me to get some of this money back. I think that's the majority. The second, though, the second primary reason, I think most people need that income. You step away from that paycheck, yeah, maybe you've got some other resources, but you need Social Security to start right now, okay? If that's not you because your overall financial situation is stable, when should you draw? Well, the other reason why Social Security, the other reason why this is such a big decision on how and when to draw Social Security is it is an extremely rare retirement and financial instrument. Rare because it slays all three of the retirement income dragons, where most others slay two at best. What retirement income dragons am I talking about? Number one, Social Security as an income source will last your entire life, however long that is, okay? It will last your entire life. You can't outlive it, okay? Number two, it will adjust with inflation. You might not like it, right? But it actually will adjust with inflation. And there are some offsets and whatever else, and it's not a perfect system, but most pensions don't adjust at all, okay? Well, Social Security does adjust for inflation. And three, it is not susceptible to market volatility. Now, when the market is going straight up like it is 4 out of 5 years, most people say, oh, I wish Social Security adjusted for inflation. But right now, when we've had all sorts of volatility in the stock market, trust me, when you're retired, you're grateful that there's no volatility in your Social Security payment, and there's no question of, oh my goodness, will the market drop so much that this Social Security amount will go away, right? So extremely, extremely important that you make a wise choice as it comes to when to draw Social Security. So let's get back to it. You've got a stable, strong financial situation. You can retire confidently. When's the right time to draw Social Security? Well, it depends on a couple questions. Number one, are you healthy? Are you healthy? If you are, well then, let's build out some other scenarios and see what the break-even looks like and so on. Let's ask some of these other questions. But even if you've got a very strong financial situation, if you are unhealthy or you've got some health history that makes you wonder, okay, well, what is your life expectancy? I would draw immediately. Even if you've got a very strong financial foundation and you don't need to draw Social Security right away, if you've got some blemishes on your health history, or your health is just honestly, and no one likes this level of honesty, really, especially when it comes to your health, but if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, or you're not as healthy as you wish you could be, wish you were, might make sense to draw Social Security immediately, even though you don't need to. Second question is, are you married or have you ever been married? Most of the Social Security planning strategies where there's some loopholes or where there's a way to maximize or optimize the system, many of those strategies have been snuffed out. But there's still a few. There's still a few open if you're married or if you've ever been married, meaning you've gotten a divorce or you're widow or widower, okay? There are some options where you're gonna wanna take a look and say, well, I can draw off of my own, or I can draw half of my spouse's, or my deceased spouse's benefit, okay? Even half of my ex-spouse's benefit. You're going to want to take a look and say, well, if I draw Social Security right away, what will it look like? Or if I delay, what will that look like? And in the case of widow or widower, you can even draw your own, or you can draw your survivor benefit and let your own grow, right? So if you are married or you've ever been married, whether you're divorced or whether you are a widow or widower, that's going to influence the timing as to when you should draw your Social Security. Depending on your situation, however you answer that, then map out, if you draw Social Security here, what's it going to look like? If you wait and draw it here, what's it going to look like? That will reveal the right planning strategy. And then the final question that will determine when you should draw Social Security, what is best for your situation is, do you have longevity? Do you have longevity? And the reason why I bring that up is mathematically, delaying Social Security, it's going to grow about 8% per year, okay? With interest rates being as low as they are, volatility in the stock market, what else out there is going to grow 8% a year? And therefore, if you can financially afford to delay your Social Security, depending on your health, depending on if you've ever been married or if you are married, if you have longevity, it may make sense to delay your Social Security. Here's the problem with that. By delaying Social Security, you're going to be drawing on other investments, okay? And so you're going to be using up some of your own hard-earned savings sooner than you otherwise would. But, and we've done math on this for some clients, and when it fits, it fits beautifully. By delaying your Social Security, if that means, well, I use up, I spend through a small chunk of what I've saved up for retirement, but then by 67 or 69 or 70, the maximum age for drawing Social Security, if that then means your benefit has grown such that most, if not all, of your retirement income need is coming from Social Security and the rest of your investments are just gravy, wow, wonderful situation. To me, not only do you want to build that 5-factor retirement plan to make sure that you're retiring at the right age, that you've saved the right amount, that you've got the right spending and income strategy, you're taking the right risk in your investments, all of that, but you also want to try and stress test that to see how much of your income can come from guaranteed and fixed sources. That I prefer to have 2/3 of your retirement income coming from guaranteed or fixed sources. Social Security would be one of them. And like I said, it slays that three-headed dragon that really the best other income sources only slay 2 of those, right? So if you can structure, if you've got longevity and you can structure your financial situation such that maybe you spend a little bit more of your investments up front, but then Social Security, once you turn it on, will be higher such that it will provide most, if not all, of your retirement income need and everything else is gravy. Lots of flexibility, lots of confidence in that financial situation. The truth is there's no one size fits all. When you've got a solid, stable financial situation where you can step away from that paycheck and retire confidently, now you've got choices. And when you have choices, that's where you need financial wisdom. Work with your certified financial planner. They've got to be doing comprehensive financial planning. This is not just an investment gal or an investment guy that tells you what mutual funds or what investment strategy to use. They've got to be a CFP that's doing comprehensive financial planning, because there's lots of tax strategies involved here, health insurance protection planning strategies involved here, lots of creative planning work that can be done. Work with your CFP. If you don't have a CFP that's doing comprehensive financial planning, you can always contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com, that's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com, you can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.